And I'm like, okay, this is my superhero now because he did what I want to do and he's helping other people get there. That's the definition of a perfect mentor. So that was kind of like number one. And then number two was that I was working a standard 9 to 5 job in a cubicle. I was location dependent. So even though I was starting to work in the world of sales and entrepreneurship a little bit, I still wasn't free. And so it's the same idea as the traditional school system penalizing you. It's like your boss can penalize you and has control over you too. And so Tim was like, here's how you can build a business. Here's how it can be location independent. Here's how you can travel the world and only do things that you enjoy. And I was like, that's what I want. And that's what I went after. And that's what I've been able to build over the last like whatever, 8 years or so. So that's those are some of the reasons.
No, it's because I was the same with his book. I mean, it was the first book that kind of highlighted you are going to die. I think we all kind of assume that we can work, we can save, and we can do the things we want to do later in life. And his about mini retirements, and you suddenly think you can do this now. You don't need to wait till potentially you could be dead by the time you get to retirement age. You could not have the money, you could not have the facilities, you could not have the mobility. And I think that was the first book I was kind of like, whoa. And that put me on a kind of similar journey. Not a successful one, but because you mentioned in the book about how people read for entertainment, but not also for like involvement. How they don't do. Where is it? You said they don't do as much for education, but they do as much for entertainment. And you talk about the intention to read a book, etc. But how would you get somebody to stop and say, "What's wrong with me now?" To know the kind of books or the kind of topics to look at, or is it just read more to kind of find the thing that resonates with you more?
I think if you're just starting out and you're brand new to this world of personal development, you can read with some intention. But I
Hmm.
do think, like you're sort of highlighting, quantity matters more than quality when you're first starting. So read everything, read about every different subject that you're interested in. Read about health and fitness, read about personal finance and business, read about mindset, read about meditate, read about anything, business, whatever. And over time, you'll start to understand this entire landscape of personal development and you'll get a solid foundation for what you need to work on. Because as you're reading, you're cultivating more of a sense of awareness, I think. So over time, it shifts from quantity to quality. Once you have a good understanding of what you need to work on and your place in the world and what human beings are capable of doing in the first place, what industries exist, then you can start to target, okay, here are the problems that are holding me back. That takes a base level of awareness that I don't think most people have. There's a great analogy in the beginning of a book called The Mastery of Self by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. And he says, imagine you're at a party. You just wake up, you're at a party, and everybody in this party is drunk. You're the only sober one there. And they're swinging from one end of the emotional spectrum to the other. They're totally oblivious of what's going on, but they just keep drinking the poison. They're totally unaware, but you are aware. It's like that's how I felt when I first started reading personal development books. It's like,
Hmm.
how does nobody else pay attention to this stuff? The world's best people in every single industry that's ever existed, they've all condensed their greatest life lessons into books, and we can buy the books for £20 or $20. It doesn't make sense. Why aren't more people aware of this?